everybody. I'm Wade.
Hi, and I'm Shay.
Welcome to Wade and Shea.
Yeah, welcome to a place where we don't let the truth get in the way of a good story. You wanted to do a rant.
Yeah,
We haven't done a rant yet.
we haven't done a
Yet.
rant. We haven't done a rant. We haven't done a
Yet.
rant. We haven't done a
Yet.
rant. We haven't done a rant. Cue the rant.
Welcome to the rant. Get ready for
Wade's airplane rant. Pretty much every 2 weeks, I'm taking a flight. So, anyways, I've got enough points now that I get to go first in line. Right? I get to sit in my seat before everybody else, right? And this person gets in, and we just watch that person fighting with their carry-on luggage to try to get in the overhead storage. The stewardess, I hear her laugh behind me, so I kind of look back at her. I'm like, yeah, it makes you shake your head sometimes, right? She's like, oh, sometimes, you know what? We just have to laugh because I've seen so many different types of people, coming on the plane, how they deal with the overhead luggage. So that's where I want to run with this because it brought me back to that. I think it's great when I think of that stewardess and she was laughing at it because, she had to find like some humor into it. Not me. I just shake my head like that person's an idiot. I'm like, yeah, not going to go in there. Not going to go in there. And first of all, I want to say it's the corporation's fault because
they let luggage on the plane.
Because they let the luggage on the plane. Or so that's why everybody comes on and it looks like they're bringing their cat and their dog on a carry-on. There's a cage right there that says, "Does your carry-on luggage fit in this space?"
Yeah.
None of them do. It's a lie. It's a lie because none of them fit in there, man. I mean, like I would seriously, I get so annoyed because time after time after time, just watching, we're waiting and we're supposed to be taking off already. No, like today, I get taking the plane today and 40 minutes. That means 15 minutes past when we're supposed to be already flying. Nope, we're still trying to get people's freaking luggage in the overhead carry or the overhead storage. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, this is ridiculous. Why? One is because probably, it's expensive, right? If you have 2 bags each or whatever. I get it. And again, that's why I blame the corporation. Why does it gotta be? Why do you have to charge all this money? You used to never have to charge for bags. Now you charge for everything. Okay, so what does everybody do? Because people are just, trying to save a penny. So they bring everything in their duffel bags or whatever, but it's clearly not going to fit up above, right? So hence, I get to sit there for 30 to 40 minutes watching everybody try to jam these things up and above.
That's a great rant. Can I add to it?
Please do.
Okay, so I totally get where you're coming from, and actually, I thought about this in depth, and there's a little game I play about what I think first class traveling is, and so stay with me here. This is complex. So for me, first class travel would be the plane is ready to leave. They call me. They say, "Shay, your seat is ready." I walk on the plane. I sit down, and it takes off. First class. Wouldn't you? Would you not agree? That would be first class.
Yeah, that's first class.
And so I found a way how to make that happen. And there's a couple of reasons why. And so it's quite a challenge. And I challenge people that are listeners to maybe even try this. It's really hard, but it is possible. And airlines might hate me for suggesting this, because and to align with your rant, being on a plane when people are putting things above your head is probably the most dangerous time to be on an aircraft. And so I choose not to be on the aircraft when people are putting things over your head. It's dangerous. Like they're lifting up 20, 30-pound bags above your head that don't fit. And so the chances of them coming out of there are pretty, and we've all seen that where it comes tumbling down. Anyway. So I decided I'm not going to put myself in that risk, and I want to be treated like a first class passenger, where when I sit on the plane, it then has permission to leave. So this is how you do it. And I tried this with my brothers, and my wife, and it doesn't go well, and it takes a lot of willpower. So what you do is when you go to the front desk there, and for the check-in,
Right.
so I tell the story of my brothers. We're all flying down to Florida together, and I told them my little story of first class travel, which is I want to sit down and the plane leaves. No waiting for 50 minutes, no watching people struggle with basic measurements and spaces. I said, listen, let's let everyone get on the plane. We didn't have first class tickets. I said we were somewhere in the middle there, silver or whatever you want to call them. Like, we're that group, we're group C or whatever when they call groups. I said, let's just wait here until everyone has gone, and then they'll call you. I said, believe me, they'll call you. They'll say, Shea, Kevin, blah, 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 Ryan. They'll call us before the plane leaves. And then we'll stand up and we'll get on the plane and it'll take off. And so we did. So I had them stay. I said, okay, bros, just stay and wait. And sure enough, they called first class. Well, sorry, those in need, then first class, then next, then our group. And I could see my brother's just sweating. I'm like, no, let them go. Let them go. They'll call us. They're not going to leave without us. We've checked in. They know we're here. And then the next group goes, the next group. And there was just two people left walking down. And my brothers couldn't do it. They got up and left. And I stayed there. I stayed sitting in my seat in the lounge there, and they left. They couldn't handle it. They got in line and they went down the ramp onto the plane, and I just waited and waited. And you know what? They called me. They said, okay, we've loaded everyone for flight blah blah blah. Is there a Shea? We're looking for a Shea. And I'm like, oh, that's me. and so I walked down the plank. I walk right into the aircraft. And of course, I'm only carrying luggage that I could put under my seat. That's a rule. I never mentioned that. But I had a backpack that fit under where my feet go. And I sat down, and you know what happened?
Plane took off. So that's my rant. My rant is, put everything underneath the plane. Put everything underneath the plane. Put everything underneath the plane. I'm sorry.
I hear you. Your logic is clear, makes sense.
But you know what? It's funny. So here's what you do. I got a solution for you. Okay?
For who? For airlines or for yourself?
For everyone. For everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
You solved it for everyone. Okay.
That's right. Because I believe that people come on with a train of duffel bags because they just don't want to pay for that extra luggage underneath.
Yeah.
I believe that. That happens. Of course. I could just see families saying that. I could see moms and dads telling all their kids, okay, now take your duffel bag and put some of mama's shoes in there, or take some dad's ties and throw it in there. And we're going to get that on the plane. We're going to put it up in the overhead. Look, it happens. It happens. Yeah. So if you want to do that, and it's because you just don't want to pay for it, then do something similar to what you just suggested. Wait with all your 4 or 5 different carry-on bags, because you're allowed to take 2. And it's funny because when you're getting on the plane, they say, if you have more than 2 carry-on bags, please make sure that you put 1 at your feet, because so we can have room for everybody. Never happens. Never happens. I sit there, I tell you, I'm waiting there for 30, 40 minutes because I'm on there waiting. All these guys come on and they're throwing their 3, 4 overhead luggages up top. So of course, see, they've now used 2 more spaces that they shouldn't have taken.
Yep.
But if you want to bring it up, you don't bring it on the plane and you don't want to pay for it, then wait, like Shea just said, till the end. and then come on with your 4 freaking carry-ons. Okay? And you know what they're going to say? Oh, we don't have enough room. That's right, because every other person in front of you did the same thing. But now,
the aircraft company will have to solve that problem by having awkward conversations with people saying, could you please take out one of your luggages from up above and put it under your feet?
yeah.
I get it.
So there's the other two things going to happen.
Genius, you're a genius. You're a genius.
They're gonna say, come over to the PA and say, oh, we are inviting people who have extra carry-ons for a free stowage of underneath the aircraft. Ta-da! So just bring it on later. They're gonna tag it. They're gonna put it in the belly of the plane for you at no cost. But you know what? Please just do it at the end of the line. Do it at the end. So you're not wasting our time, because when you come on, they'll already, because all of them, they close them all when they're full.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So don't be that person who comes in the plane and starts opening them.
Yeah, I know.
Find space. They're closed. They're full. They are full. So, and everybody does it.
They're always like, well, maybe no one used this one.
That's right, right? And you know what? The person in front of them just opened that one and closed it.
Yeah.
And then
right in front of them. Yeah.
And then the person behind them opens it again. Yeah, because magically it's got more space in it again. Right? So that's the worst. That's the first thing. Come in late and they'll stow it under into the belly of the plane at no cost. Or you can be like what I had today and be part of the continuous rant, which is, sure, come in and bring everything on, and let's watch all the stewards and stewardess go out and pull everybody's jackets that they all tucked in there and say, hey, whose jacket is this? Whose jacket is this? Oh, can you just please put that on your lap or put it on your foot so we can make some more room, and hear that about 100 times. And then so we can fit 2 more pieces of oversized overhead luggage.
My secret is I eliminate all the competition.
Yeah,
My goal is never to be on the aircraft when that stuff goes on, because it's, first of all, there's too much stress. It's too dangerous, right? And I have to sit in my chair for locked in a chair, a seat that I can't get out of for 45 minutes. I don't want to be there.
Yeah, the flight is like an hour and 20 minutes, and I'm sitting there for 40 minutes waiting for everybody to get their bags stuck in up above.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, really, it's not fair for me.
That's not fair. It's just not fair. I gotcha. Well,
but you know what the funny thing is too about that is that you'll see the nicest people just turn evil.
I know. There's something that happens. It starts outside. It starts when you're lining up. That's why I eliminated myself even from that part of it. Is when they're calling groups. You ever seen that when they call a group and everyone stands up? It's like this competition to be in a line, and it's amazing how humans behave in those situations. It's really interesting. And maybe you know what, Wade, that stewardess that was laughing, with you today, that's the solution for right now, right? Yeah. Is just to laugh. Humans, we're funny creatures.
You know what? I have to take a piece from her page, because, for me, I just sit there because I have to close my eyes, because if I don't, I just like start tapping my foot, bouncing my leg, and I'm starting to get annoyed. And I'm like, I just shake my head, right? And I just have to close my eyes. But the problem is that usually I can get on a plane, I can fall asleep right away. Like, so get in my seat, out on the tarmac. The problem is, after 30 minutes, that's a good nap. And when I wake up,
you're wide awake.
And I'm still on the tarmac in 30 minutes, and I'm awake. Yeah, now I'm annoyed. I'm awake,
and I'm had a half-hour nap.
So I am refreshed and ready to pick apart everything.
That's right. Yeah. I'm Wade, and I'm here to solve your problems.
Yeah, I know. I honestly put that under. Anyhow.
Yeah, you just need a uniform. They just got to give you a uniform. Imagine what would happen. It can't tell me that they haven't tried everything already. I mean, they've tried.
Yeah, right? No, of course, right. But anyways, that's my rant.
That's a good. That's a great rant. I think that was a good use of our time.
Somebody just gotta close it off as usual. Fade to black.
Yeah, just maybe fade to black with a little bit of music.